Hey, how you doing today? I am Tequila Coleman. In today's video, I'm going to answer one of our God ordained spouse questions she sent in. Now, before I answer her question, for those of you who God has been speaking and telling you to write your book, tell your story, you know you have a book inside of you that can bless other people. Listen, our How to Write a Book masterclass is starting next Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you have not already signed up, head over to godordainedmarriages.com/book class because we are kicking off our first class next Tuesday. Okay. And we're going for 3 weeks. Okay. So let's jump into her question. Hello, Tequila. I have a question. My prodigal just reached out to me. I haven't seen nor spoken to him in a year. I decree that our communication will be restored before the new year. And 3 hours later, he reached out. We have 3 children together. I know that you are big on accountability, and so am I. He hasn't formally apologized with saying, I'm sorry, but he said, the time away has made him realize all the things he has done wrong. And he has lost a lot, but God has been blessing him still, even when he doesn't deserve it. I just wanted to ask, I know everyone has their own way to apologize. Do you consider what he said an apology or a form of remorse? Also, I love your channel. It helps with understanding and encouragement. So I appreciate you and thank you. Okay. So thank you for sending in your question. So you want to know if I would consider what he has revealed to you an apology. Well, I consider what your prodigal spouse, said to you was just exactly what he said. He revealed to you, he realized all the things he has done wrong. So that was just a realization. He also told you how he lost a lot and how God has been blessing him. So I don't consider that an apology. I consider that God correct him. And he has realized he has, done some things wrong. And as a result of the things he has done wrong, he done went through a season of loss. He say God is blessing him. I probably would have asked how so, but I don't see it as an apology. And I don't want you to get so focused in on that because you don't know or you don't see what's in the heart. See, even when your prodigal is up under God's wrath, God can correct them. Okay? Correction can happen while a prodigal spouse is going through God's wrath. And correction doesn't mean change your heart. It just means God corrected my thinking in this particular area, right? He, helped me to realize, right, the error in my ways concerning X, Y, and Z, right? But the heart could still be deceitful. The heart can now be angry at you because, and I'm going to give you an example. So you see how God has the believing spouses standing and praying for our God ordained prodigal spouses, right? And some of these prodigals, they love the counterfeit. But because we've been praying, right, our prayers has caused God to come in and snatch the prodigals out of this counterfeit relationship. Now they're hurting, their heart is broken because who they thought they were going to be with for the rest of their life. Now they see this counterfeit motive. They see and know this counterfeit is no good for them, but because their heart is broken and because they still love them, right? Your prodigal would now be angry at you because you're the one that's praying. And that's what we don't see. That's what we don't see, right? They know the counterfeit is no good for them, but yet they hateful and angry and holding a grudge against you because you messed up their life, right? And so they come back saying all the right things, only to to hurt you, right? So don't focus so much on is this an apology or a form of remorse? Just look at it as God allowed you to see the correction he has done in your children's father. He's not done. Let me say that. God's not done with him because you referred to him as a prodigal. And we already know when they are in a prodigal state of mind, divine separation. We don't have any dealings with a prodigal. You have three children. You need this man to become a believer in Christ. You need him to know who he is as a man. You need him to know who he is as a father, and you need him to be showing up as a great father for all three of your children. You need their heart right. He need to be in purpose. If he don't know what his purpose is, if he's not in purpose, how can he lead you and the three children? So instead of looking at or focusing in on apology or remorse, I want you to go further. I want you to, let me say this. First, I do want you to thank him for reaching out to you. Thank him for checking on you and the three children, and let him know how you appreciate him telling you all of these things, because he didn't have to tell you any of these things. But then, and then for me, I would leave it at that. Okay, I would like end the call, right? Because you have to see some things before you accept him back. Number one, like I said, he need to be a believer, not a prodigal. But you got to see some more things. You have to see, why did he really come back, and you will only see that over time. So I would go in my prayer closet and I would begin to pray, God, why did he come back? Did you see him back, or did he come back on his own? Reveal to me his motives of why he came back, because I don't have any more time to get hurt by this man. I don't want to accept him back and he come back only to hurt my three children and I. Right? This is how you should be praying. And trust and believe. When you pray and ask God to reveal your prodigal spouse motive, he will. He will. Okay. So you got to get his time so that you can see why he's really back. Because just like he said, he has lost a lot. So did he come back because he lost a lot and he need help? That's what you need to be looking for. If that's the case, God's not done with him. You need him standing on both his feet. He need to get back on his feet. Okay. You can't carry him. You can't carry a fourth child. He need to be a man. You want a husband. You want a leader. Okay. Your children deserve a father with a plan on how to lead their family. Okay. So don't settle. Raise them standards up a little bit more and just wait. Just sit back and watch and ask God, reveal the motive of why he is really back. And just sit back and watch, and God will show you. Okay. So that is it. I am Tequila Coleman. I'll talk to you all real soon. Take care.